Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Wine with Jimmy channel, here with your host, Jimmy Smith. Delighted to have you on board here on this educational channel. Now, we do loads of things about wine here, most of it to help you with your wine studies, and this is no exception. This is the series that we have here called the WSET Level 3 Systematic Approach to Tasting, SAT. As an acronym, and it's my full examiner's notes, and the wines that I select here are readily available wine in the UK high street, so you can go and get these and practice at home, matching them hopefully word for word and category by category with my examiner notes. Really good practice for you at home to give you the confidence to go into your tasting examination and smash it out of the park. So here we have a wine. This is Moss Brothers Moses Rock Cabernet Sauvignon, and it's from the Margaret River in the Western Australia, a part in the syllabus level 3 that you will need to know. Vintage 2019 at 14%, available in the UK market from Waitrose cellar at £13 per bottle, and tasted in December 2021. So I will walk you through my tasting note on this. So if you wanted to taste on your own, do your own tasting note, pause the video now, go through your own tasting note, and then restart it, of course, when you want to go and correlate it to see if it's the same. So welcome back if you've just restarted it. Let's have a look at the beginning. Now, if you have any comments, questions or concerns, please put it in the comments under this video in the world of YouTube, and why not put down any thoughts and theories you have, and certainly your scores, and see how you did with other people. And if you want to get in touch in any other means, please use the social media at the bottom of every slide, and please don't forget to click subscribe and like, because every little bit helps. Let's begin on the first thing, which is called the appearance. 2 marks available here. As an examiner, we are looking for you to write the intensity and the color. And with this style, it was close, but I'm going for a medium ruby. It is only a 2-year-old wine at this point, maybe just a little bit, 2.5 years. So ruby is the typical color, but medium, close to deep, but I just went for medium. So medium ruby for 2 marks. And then the nose, as you know, if you've watched some of my previous videos, I split this into 2 bits. The nose is a total of 7 marks. So I'm going to do the nose intensity and development, 2 marks, then the aromas for 5 marks. This is typical Cabernet Sauvignon, certainly New World, with a pronounced intensity. That's the only thing I would accept here. But it has some development to it. So I'm going for developing. And I'm going to show you why that is on the next slide. So that's 2 marks for the nose. Then we have 5 marks available here. Now, remember, there's no negative marking, so you can certainly write more than 5. And you should be aiming for somewhere between 5 and 15, depending on the complexity of the wine style. Here you've on the left-hand side have the primary characteristics, and then on the right, secondary and tertiary. And you can see this wine does have areas of each of those 3. So what I have here, there's a little bit of violet to this wine style. So I've got that here. And then there's a lot of black fruit, black currant, blackberry, brambly, with a bit of blue character as well. I do find some cherry, though. It's quite ripe in the background, and some plummy, fleshy plummy notes. So I have accepted that too. Potentially there might be a smidgen of another grape variety in here, but not disclosed on the label. So maybe some of those red fruits, but it has some typicity of a climate like the Margaret River, experiencing a little bit of moderation. And that moderation is what is creating slightly greener notes in the wine: green bell pepper, capsicum, tomato leaf, black currant leaf, eucalypt. I find quite a wonderfully aromatic here, mint, medicinal. All of those notes typical of the DNA of Cabernet Sauvignon, exacerbated in places with a bit more moderation. A little bit of pepper in it as well. And then the oak regime here gives a bit of vanilla, bit of spice, cloves, cedar, charred wood. I find it quite charred and quite smoky. And that kind of exacerbates the green element a little bit. And then just a little bit of leather and tobacco sneaking through. The early stages of development on a Cabernet is certainly sort of tobacco and leather. Very, very classic to find tobacco on good quality Cabernet Sauvignon with a little bit of time in bottle. And of course, it will start to develop more things like cigar and forest floor and things like wet leaves with time, but not in this wine style. As you'll see, there are 5 marks here. So you get 1 mark for primary, 1 mark for secondary, and 1 mark for tertiary. And then the final 2 marks are for anything that I've highlighted here. So it really, an examiner is looking to make sure that a student gets 1 primary, 1 secondary, 1 tertiary as a base minimum, and then an extra 2 marks for anything else. Okay, so if you've missed off tertiary, the maximum you can get here is 4. If you've missed off secondary and tertiary, the maximum you can get is 3, just to give you the example. Then on the palate, now you will know, if you've done these tastings with me already online, I split the palate here into the 7 characteristics for a red and then the 3 flavors, okay? Total of 10 marks. So dry, of course, most reds do come under the dry category. Good acidity, medium plus or high. And tannins aren't the grippiest. There is some mouth coating there, but I've gone for medium plus. High alcohol at 14%, medium plus body. Now, I think the acidity is what freshens it up here, and I've matched the tannin with the body here, but good flavor intensity, medium plus or pronounced. And when I give ranges, I am allowed to, as an examiner. You, as a student, must only be putting 1 thing down per line. And then the finish here, I didn't think it was brilliant. At a medium, a really lovely wine with good character, not the longest length. Maybe it will gain more length as it gains more tertiary with some bottle age, but medium there. So 7 marks for that area. And then any 3. So we've got 3 palette marks here. 1 will be primary, 1 will be secondary, and 1 will be tertiary. These are the same styles, same characteristics, descriptors that from the nose. I'm not allowed as an examiner to differentiate. So 1 of the primaries, 1 of the secondaries, 1 of the tertiaries. So if you've only put primary, the maximum you can get here is 1 out of 3. If you've only put primary and secondary, the maximum you get is 2 out of 3. And then the final 2 marks is on the conclusion. It is balanced. It has very good intensity. I don't think you'll give it a mark for length at medium. And then I don't think it's complex yet. It's getting there, but I don't think it's complex yet. I think it needs just a little bit more to develop, a little bit more tertiary, and you might start to think about it being complex. So it's not a simple wine, not a complex. It's in that grey middle area. This means 2 marks out of 4 gives it a good, and I think that's the right classification to give this. But you could age it, certainly with its tannin structure, its alcohol, its acid, and its primary. So for aging. So thank you so much. Please do, if you want to, it'd be great to find out, see how you did. Total of 21 marks. Please share in the comments section if you are confident enough to do so. A pass is 12, merit is 14, and a distinction is 17. So that is the end of the tasting note. If you do have any comments, questions or concerns, comment section below. Remember, please click like or subscribe or use the social media at the bottom of every slide. I hope this has been useful. See you for another tasting note very soon. I've been Jimmy Smith. Thank you very much. Goodbye.